Welcome filmmakers, fans, and friends to Indie Cinema Showcase. We're your hosts, Christina Carmona.
And I'm Nanda Luis Robin.
We are on location at TiVidtv Studios in Azalea Park, Florida.
We're going to be talking with owners Christopher McKenzy and taking a tour of the studio, and we're bringing you along for the ride. So let's check it out.
All right, guys, I am here with Chris Mike, co-owner of TiVidtv Studios. Chris, thank you for inviting me to TiVidtv Studios and letting me sit in the jet.
I'm glad to have you here. Thank you for coming.
Absolutely. Now let's get started. How did you start in the industry?
Well, my cousin is a music producer, and he moved to Atlanta. He ended up getting good placement with like a big artist.
Right.
Where I'm from, Indianapolis, Indiana, you don't get that a lot.
Right.
So when he came back home, it just like amazed me. And he wanted to start a website for the talent in the city, the music in the city. And I'm like, I want to be involved.
Right.
Like, what can I do? So I end up getting a camera to do interviews.
Yeah.
And, I fell down the rabbit hole.
Yeah.
When it came to cameras, it was just one after another, from interviews to music videos to short films to feature films.
Right, right.
I'm still down that rabbit hole.
Nice. Now, you said you're from Indianapolis.
Yeah.
How did you end up in Florida?
Okay, well, film has always, since then, film was my life.
Right.
On my honeymoon, we came to Orlando,
Uh-huh.
and I took a tour at Full Sail University. It blew my mind, and I knew I wanted to be in Florida.
Right.
So we said we were going to move. A year later, we were here.
So now we get to TiVidtv Studios. You're in Florida, just starting out. How did we get here?
TiVidtv. TiVidtv is a part of what I feel is the beginning of creating an ecosystem where filmmakers can sustain life.
Right.
You know, most small businesses, whether you're a barber, you have a restaurant, they can pay their bills, take care of their family, and, continue to cook or cut hair. In the film industry, it's a little different.
Right.
We have to work a 9 to 5, and then in our spare time, try to do this, try to make films or short films or whatever we're doing. And I want to change that. And with TiVidtv, in allowing filmmakers to make 100% of their royalties, and we're not like other platforms where you need 1,000 subscribers to start making money, or like if you have 5 supporters, you can start making money today.
Right, right. And where can they find that, TiVidtv? Is it an app?
Yes, it's an app, so you can find it on iOS, you can find it on Android, you can find it, of course, on the web, you can find it on Roku. We're working on getting it on the other platforms such as Fire TV and Chromecast and all those other platforms. But yeah, it's great.
I love that. There's no reason for any filmmaker not to have it. So now we get into the studio and you have these sets. Mm-hmm. Can you tell us what sets you have?
Yeah, the very first set we created was the prison visitation set. After that we went on to making an LED room. Right. A lot of people that shoot music videos love LED rooms.
Yeah.
So we had to do that. We made a bar. We made a diner. We had a couple of small classroom at Rubik's Cube. But we really felt like we needed to do more. So every 3 months, we changed the sets around.
Nice.
We like to keep content fresh. I'm a filmmaker, so I don't want to shoot the same thing
Right.
over and over again.
Right.
So every 3 months, we take out sets, we put in new ones. There's a couple of them that were favorites, so we kept there. This set right here.
I was just gonna ask.
This one right here. We knew we wanted to make it.
Right.
We didn't know how we were going to make it. We told everybody we're going to make it. I don't know how we did it, but we did it. These are actual panels from a Boeing 737 Fiji airline. So this is a piece of history, and it came together. This everybody loves it. We actually released it maybe a month and a half ago.
Nice. I mean, it looks great. Where do you guys get all the props and everything that makes it feel so real? Like, where did you get how did you get that? Like,
it's funny. We had a big DJ came in here and rented out the place, and he was looking at everything. He said, "You guys get this stuff from Hobby Lobby?" No, not Hobby Lobby. Amazon.
yeah. Okay.
Home Depot.
Do you guys build your own sets here, or do you hire out?
We build our own sets.
Wow, you are just totally hands-on. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Hard work, though.
It's very hard. I'm not a carpenter by far. Neither is my wife. But we're determined, and I know how I want things to look. So here we are.
That's fantastic. Well, and you also rent this out for like TikTokers. You've got internships that happen here. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah. So a couple months ago, one of the colleges here, the First Institute, came looking for somewhere for the students to work.
Right.
And we love helping children, students, anybody.
Right.
Just being able to fulfill their dream. We want to help them get there. And it was a match made, perfect. It was a perfect situation.
Right.
And we told them, yeah, come on, this is your home. So we're partnering with the First Institute. They come in here, the kids come in, the students come in and make their films, and they have a good time.
And that's a wonderful thing. You started with not really knowing anyone and how to get it started. Now you are someone who brings in all those newbies. So you see that in them, see yourself in them. All right, Chris, well, it was so good speaking with you. Thank you so much for your time. And now we're going to head over to Nando. He's
all
talking
right.
with your wife, Mackenzie. So let's see what they're saying.
Thank you for coming.
All right, guys, I'm here with McKenzy Bowers, co-owner of TiVidtv Studios. McKenzie, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So tell me a little bit about TiVidtv Studios.
TiVidtv Studios is, let me give you a comparison. It's like Warner Brothers Studios for independence.
That's a very good comparison.
Yes, we are the home of the creatives. We have prefabricated sets that people are allowed to come in and use. We also do different things in the community. We are partnered with First Institute, and we do a few internships along the year as well.
Now, when it came to the studio itself, how did you come about deciding what sets you were going to select?
Well, it's crazy. So I'll have to send you guys a picture of what it looked like in the beginning. I don't think that we really had an idea at all. When my husband and I kind of get together and start brainstorming, things just flow and they just kind of take action. So really, the very first one that we came up with was a prison visitation set. And we look at so much content by itself that we kind of look and see how we can do things a little bit differently, but still have a cinematic effect.
Right.
So that's kind of how we go about with everything. So even now, we probably have a collective in our mind of different scenarios that we want to do. But you'll find a lot of our scenes and sets are things that is really kind of hard for people to kind of get into, or it might cost a lot of money. So the diner, the bar, the jet, for example. I haven't
seen a jet location in Orlando or Central Florida everywhere.
And we have one here. That was one of the most challenging ones for us, but we knew that it would be a popular favorite just because there's one in LA and there's one in Atlanta, but there was none in Florida. So we made that possible for not only ourselves, but for all creators.
That's awesome. So tell me a little bit about what you guys do for the local community. You mentioned that earlier.
Definitely. So right now we are trying to do a couple of different programs that's actually going to benefit our community as far as giving them the tools to be able to do something like this. There are a lot of people that do want to get into different things like music videos and stuff like that. So we're trying to partner with a couple other people just to be able to provide little bitty sessions where they can learn a quick trade and go out and do it or strengthen what they have. One of the things that we're pretty excited about is through FIRST, we're going to be able to start giving out internship programs and doing things with them. And in turn, of course, they're going to be getting like IMDb credits and stuff, but they get to start really working on their portfolio.
Right.
There's not a lot of places that you can go that is going to accept you with open arms and help you in the career and the field that you want to. Being a filmmaker is certainly not for everybody.
Right.
And so when you find that person that has that drive, like, we want to be there to help.
I agree 100%. It's like I love the fact that you guys are getting so involved with the community, especially with younger filmmakers. You know, Christine and myself in ICS, that's kind of one of our goals is to be able to get out there with the local community and showcase all the wonderful things and all the wonderful projects that are out there, and especially help the younger community grow. So the fact that you guys are getting so involved, like, we love that 100%.
Thank you.
What do you think will be next for TiVidtv Studios?
I think expansion. We're super excited. We're going to be expanding. Our first location that we're going to branch out into is Austin, Texas. And so from there, we get to, I'm the more logistic of TiVidtv. My husband is the creative. And so what I try and focus on is where we would go and where we would do amazing things, you know, what would be the most beneficial. So going to Austin is going to be amazing. When we branch to our next location, which we won't talk about that one yet, but stay tuned. I'm going to try to hone in on this location as a flagship location. And eventually we might be able to, you know, train people and give like general managers different training so they can see how we do things. Because not only is it TiVidtv Studios, but with my husband and myself, we create a type of vibe, people describe it as, and we want everybody to be able to experience that vibe no matter where you are across the US. So definitely TiVidtv is going to be one of the largest and the only independent, well, I don't say only, hopefully we encourage some other people, but we want to be number one.
be the trendsetter.
Independent, yes, independent
Start
studio.
that path for everybody else to follow.
Exactly.
So, you know, what else can TiVidtv provide for the local community?
So we try to be a 360 shop when it comes to providing everything. So we have a lot of people who will call us and they'll say, hey, well, I'm looking for a makeup artist, or I'm looking for a specific camera or specific lighting. While we may not have certain things that they're looking for, we have built a small community of places that we can reach out. So if people need models, they need extra actors, anything like that, then we'll just call them up, and we kind of become like a middleman relationship, but they trust us.
Right.
You know, so, and anybody that we refer, anything like that, we have absolute trust in. So you know that you're going to get that TiVid touch, you know. So we've been able to successfully do that, and we just want to continue to grow. Not only that, we're meeting with different people who have off-site locations that might have a real restaurant or might have a real airplane hangar that we can say, hey, you know, what's your price for us if we want to try and list you as a location that these people can use, and we build that relationship for the community as well. So we're 360.
That's awesome. I applaud you guys for being the kind of people that are, you know, not only looking to grow yourselves, but you're also looking to grow other companies as well.
Certainly.
It's like, you know, you tend to have a lot of, and we say this all the time, you tend to have all these little pockets of filmmakers here and there that kind of work separately on their own. So the fact that you guys are you're not trying to be competitive. You
Right.
understand that, this is a competitive field, but you're not trying to be competitive with other studios. You're more than okay saying, hey, this studio over here has this set that you might be able to
Exactly.
utilize. Go
Yep.
to them, because at the end of the day, it benefits everybody.
It
If
does.
somebody's we were talking about earlier, if somebody's building like a cop film or something like that, you guys have an interrogation,
Yep.
a visitation window. Another studio may have like a jail cell. It's and each little place is going to lead one to the other, where all these studios are benefiting from that one production
Yep.
as well. So I think that's awesome.
It's exciting, and then it's exciting to see the end result.
Right,
Where
right.
it all, if you have a good director, then they make it all look seamless. And every time we see something pop up, like we're looking on Instagram and they're like, hey, that diner looks like ours, and it is us, and so we just kind of get that sense of just excitement and knowing that we are really doing something, and we are really giving these people hope as well, because we pay attention to this detail.
Right.
We want your film to look as amazing as you want it,
Right.
So it all goes full circle.
So if people want to find out more information about TiVidtv, where can they go to?
Certainly. So there's a few websites. So TiVidtv Studios.com is where you can actually book us online and do everything like that. We do have we're starting a loyalty program. So once you go through our booking system, it creates just an account for you, and we'll be able to kind of credit out different hours and stuff like that to people. We also have TiVidtv, which is the actual TiVidtv streaming platform, the website, or you can download us on iOS, Android, and Roku TV. And then if you want to figure out how to get 100% royalties from TiVidtv, then you can go to TiVidtv.com.
Oh, there you guys
We're
have it.
everywhere.
Yeah,
Google us.
they're everywhere. So you'll be able to find them. Thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us today. I think you guys
Certainly.
have an amazing studio, an amazing program that's happening here, and
Thank you.
we're very looking forward to seeing it grow even bigger.
I'm excited. Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you.
So how about that private jet set?
Amazing. I mean, I could see myself on a private jet with a champagne.
I mean, me too.
I mean, clearly you've made yourself at home on that.
I mean, yeah, this literally does feel like home.
Does it?
Yeah, it does. Well, that's all the time we have for this episode of Indie Cinema Showcase. A big thank you to Chris and Mackenzie for chatting with us and showing us around.
As always, if you have something you want showcased on Indie Cinema Showcase, be sure to reach out to us at icstv@yahoo.com.
And as always, follow us on our socials, Facebook at ICSTV and Instagram at ICSTV Show. Now, we hope you enjoyed the show, but as they say in the film industry, that's a wrap.
See you next time. Okay, let's swap. I want to.
No, how about you in my arm space?
I can't go any further. There's a wall here.
I
Just share, man. Share.